Hello and welcome everybody to the second Essential Viewing. Now stop it. Okay. I'm sorry. This is my first time leading this, and I will lead it with an iron fucking fist. But yeah.
Okay, Professor Wenzel.
Yeah, that's me. But yeah, it's me, Wenzel, and I'm the host of this Essential Viewing, and I have 7 other co-hosts. Woo! But nobody cares about you. But introduce yourselves.
My name is Winger Wanger, and fuck you two.
God damn it! Don't use those names. Nobody will know who we are secretly.
It's Jonathan, and fuck you too.
My name Colt. That's it.
It's Cannon back again, and wait, what's this Essential Viewing? This isn't the McRib Redemption podcast?
No.
What is it? Well, Luke, we're fucking
wait.
leaving. Let's get out of here.
This is the bird from behind bars, Con Swan, a.k.a. Pat.
I get
This
it.
is Luke. This is my first podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My name is Cody, and just glad to be here.
If I just like gently clap.
Ah!
That scared me.
Did he just do a force push into your face or something? What happened?
Oof.
I was like,
Man.
don't smack me again. No.
Why are we here? Just to suffer.
Today's episode it's a movie, but it's called some kind of non-specific noun. I can't think of it. It's a noun. It's a noun to describe something.
Person?
Some object,
It's like the thing, something like that.
No.
Like the
I
thing.
can't.
What thing is it?
I don't.
Is it clobbering time?
Kurt Russell.
We're watching Fan Four Stick, everyone.
What?
You remember
Starring Miles Teller and Michael B. Jordan. Let's go.
I'm not calling that movie Fantastic Four because there's a fucking 4 in the middle of that name. It's Fan Four Stick.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah,
Oh.
but I still can't figure out what this movie is. The noun. We'll just call it the noun.
It's a thing.
It's a. The thing!
Oh!
Check out the brains on Wenzel.
Yeah.
Do have neighbors.
Really?
We're all mafia people eating salami at a deli. That's what that sounded like.
Oh yeah. But yeah, we're.
Put that away.
Put it away.
To be more specific, John.
Come on.
I can't trust any of you motherfuckers.
Oh, he's crazy.
It's
He'll
like
do
the
it.
theme of the movie.
Luke, you're typically a quiet one.
I am.
So this is gonna be rough.
Yeah. Like, not to call you out or anything, but you're gonna have to speak up.
I don't think I've ever whispered in my life.
But
Okay.
okay. Yeah, we're talking about The Thing, and there are like how many people in here who have not seen it?
I've seen it now.
Fuck you.
Who had
seen
not
it
seen
before?
it
Prior to.
I've
I
not.
had not seen it going
I
into it.
think it's 3 of us.
I haven't seen it.
So 4.
Oh, 4. I can't count. So 4 of the 7.
Yeah. So Pat, Colt, Jonathan, and Cody have not seen it. What did you guys think of it?
Very good. I like it.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
I was completely blown away. Just the level of practical effects alone in the movie.
Yeah.
It's just astounding. And plus, on a smaller budget too, how they're able to get, all their effects in, all the shots in, and still look like in a fantastic movie. It's impressive, and it still looks good. 30 years later.
Yep. 1982.
Half that budget went to Kurt Russell's hair alone because
that
goddamn,
that was gorgeous.
how magnificent
Good
is
ass
that?
hair.
And then the other half went to his fucking hat.
Yeah.
The
fucking-
best hat.
God knows it didn't go to the walls.
Definitely not.
Yeah, because that shit was paper mache. But, oh man, I fucking love this movie. It was really good.
I was very surprised by all of it because I didn't know anything about this movie whatsoever. I originally thought it was just like a movie from the 1950s, which I think what was it? What was the
The Thing from Outer Space.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
Thing from the outer space.
Yeah, I could not watch that ever.
No, there's no fucking way. I remember watching that because my dad made me. Fucking awful. Just like shit. Way to fuck up the source material.
So I didn't know that there was a separate movie from that one. I thought The Thing was that one. I didn't realize that it was a remake.
Yeah.
And then when I found out it was from 1982,
82.
and John Carpenter, I was like, oh, okay. Well, I'm in on this now. It was very good. I was very surprised at how good it was. I really liked the practical effects. They were actually terrifying looking things, and it looked realistic. It wasn't as like stiff, especially with the legs that come out of the creature.
Yep. Oh.
Those were
so
crab
fluid.
legs.
Yeah.
Like that was
Everything's
awesome.
really
Yeah.
slimy and just dark and in contrast and shadow. So
The one thing that I really liked about this was it was like the writers or the writer, was it just John Carpenter who wrote it?
It wasn't John Carpenter. It was someone else who is credited as the writer.
Whoever came up with these creatures, they did a fantastic job because it literally, they're like, what are people scared of? Everything. And
yeah.
mash it into one creature. They really made it as it is the embodiment of like human fears, physicality fears.
Which that's the thing about the thing itself is that originally it was gonna have one look to it, one design, but John Carpenter and Rob Bottin was the one who did the special effects. John Carpenter couldn't decide on a design, so Rob Bottin was the one who was like, okay, well, what if it had multiple like appearances? Like, what if it could change? And that's where they came up with the idea that this thing, it doesn't have a real form. It imitates and distorts everything else, which is like what makes this movie like terrifying.
Yeah, because I mean, if you think about the different parts of the creature itself, you had insect-like legs and you had insect spider type of legs. You had you had disfigurement and actual like physical disease. You had the disease like plague like. I mean, like this was seriously, and it was a zombification, and it's also kind of the doppelganger effect as well, where you're like, oh, there's someone like us out there.
And just the fear of the unknown. Because
Yeah.
Because like it really subverts like there are movies that have like sort of like they build up suspense about the unknown by having just sort of nothing and just like everything happens in the audience's mind. But
Yeah.
they subvert that with this because even though we don't know what's happening, there's a lot of unknown, but it's still kind of unfolding in front of us, and that's a really good thing it was able to pull off with this film.
Yeah, and
Go ahead.
and like the fact that it doesn't have this definitive form, it's just
No, sorry. No, there's some sounds playing, and I'm also writing something, and I think that's distracting everybody. No, I was just writing for my notes. Bill Lancaster was the one who wrote the screenplay.
Oh, okay. But yeah, it having not having a definitive form, I think just makes it even more fucking terrifying because like I don't know, because you can imagine something that's tangible like a Jason Voorhees or something. He is like this figure that's coming after you versus something you can't even like wrap your mind around. It's more, I don't want to say abstract, but like the fear is more abstract and more primal.
Yeah, it's that, like this movie, like it's commonly like written off as like sci-fi horror, but this is definitely like one of the few like cosmic horror movies we see and do that well because it imagines something. It imagines the unimaginable.
Exactly.
And that's what I think that's what John Carpenter does very well, and that's why I love the thing because it takes on multiple forms, and part of that taking on those multiple forms is that it takes the human forms, and it's like it makes you start to wonder it's obviously like it's semi-intelligent, but like it's not really there, but that's also because it's also learning. And that's what's scary about it is that like if given enough time and given it like it being around other humans, it could easily just literally like imitate, like learn speech and everything. And like that's scary because at that point it's like you're having identity issues because it's like you can't trust anybody, and then that also creates isolation. And that's what makes the thing really good as well, is that it takes place in Antarctica. It's very isolated.
It also brings in that human element too, of like that human fear of like, what have you like? There's not only the fear of the thing, but there's also the fear that another human is willing to kill you cold blood because they want to survive.
Yeah,
and like that creates like you base everyone's an enemy. And everyone's an enemy plus the big enemy, like the boss enemy.
Well, anybody's an enemy, including yourself, because
you don't
that's
know if
you don't know if you're the thing, because remember that guy, what was his name? He died, and when they try to revive him with the defibrillator, he ends up killing the doctor. like he had.
I know what guy you're
Yeah,
talking.
he,
I forgot his name.
Norris or no, not Blair.
Knowles?
Mr. Stomach Mouth.
Mr. Stomach
Stomach
Mouth.
Yes.
Yeah, and which that freaked everybody out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one of the two jump scares that got.
I
me.
remember first seeing that, and that's like that still gets me because that's fucking crazy. But anyway, like he had like the entire time, like he was playing along with everything. Like you would have never known, and he had a heart attack, and it's like, oh, that's just a guy having a heart attack. But no, he was the thing, and at that point, it's like, did he know he was the thing? Like, I mean, that's why you have, like, you're getting into identity issues, because it's like you could easily have been taken over by the thing and you don't know if you're the thing.
Exactly.
And that's why this movie is like essentially apocalyptic, because originally in the beginning, when Blair was trying to research and trying to learn about this thing, it was showed him statistics and showing him what would happen if this thing got near actual civilized populace, and that it could essentially it would assimilate the world in what it was like 27,000 hours. 27,000 hours.
Which really is not that long of a time.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the entire population too.
Yeah. So like,
That is
sorry, Cody's doing math on his phone.
3 years.
3 years.
Oh wow!
So
I
it
feel like
would.
they could have said that, but hey.
It's a computer from
It's
the
a computer,
80s.
man.
It can do math.
No, it can't.
It can play chess.
It can play
I can
chess.
cheat in
That was the
chess.
funniest moment.
Oh yeah, no, like
The
see,
very beginning like moment with Kurt Russell and the fucking chess computer was just, it was a piece of cinema. It was just like all in itself. Like that could have been a clip on the internet.
Yeah,
Like a
you
5-second
cheating
film.
bitch.
You cheat.
bitch. Well, no, that actually the one clip of him recording his personal like logs or whatever, that actually is a clip I've seen continuously on the internet where people were like, people will use that, like especially with now the Trump administration stuff, they'll be like, and now nobody trusts anybody anymore. We're all tired, and then ends.
That is like one of the more popular. That is one of the more popular quotes that I keep seeing pop up in reviews and things like that. Is the nobody trusts anybody and we're all tired.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just like it's. I don't know. It's weird. It's like a weird Cold War post or not post. Is it post? No, it's not post because it's not. The Berlin Wall turned down was in the Cold War technically, right?
Yeah,
So
that was 89.
So it's
89.
like it's like an analogy in a way. It has a lot of Cold War elements to it as well. The unknown.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Foreign entity, stuff like that, and also like we all what was it? We all hate each other and we're all tired.
We nobody trusts each other, and we're all tired. Yeah.
and that's there's Cold War right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I guess makes it a good allegory for.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
To
Yeah.
some degree, yeah. It kind of it can fall apart somewhere along the line.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
But-
not every allegory is pure either.
Yeah, so I definitely see lots. You got to think of, like I'm thinking of culture at the time. I don't know much about 1982. All I know is that
Reagan, that's all you need to
That's
know.
that's all you need to know. Yep. But we have two people here who have seen it. What do you guys think? Like, is this, how many times have you seen it? You know, like, what are your thoughts after this?
It still holds up very much so. It's been several years since I've seen this movie. I was around junior high when I first saw it, and I was a scaredy little shit back in
Yeah.
the day. Like, I'm just like, oh god, no! But like the creature designs still freak me out to this day. Like, this is one of the few movies that like still creep me out. Like, I was joking a minute ago about like going to the bathroom and like I'm scared, but like I was a little bit. I was like, man, if something comes out of this drain right now, Jonathan's poking out of the side, like, hey, motherfucker. It's just good stuff. Like, if this, like, I know they had that shitty, excuse me, that shitty prequel remake. I never saw it, but I know that it was like mostly just digital effects,
Yep.
right? That would just handicap the entire movie,
Yeah.
in my opinion. It's just like, it's just little things about it, like the scene where the guy that's strapped to the chair, when he just starts, gyrating, and then his head splits and it eats that guy's noggin. Something about like just like violently like shaking. Like, it's not real, but at the same time, as you're watching it happen, it's just like, it's fucking, it bothers me a little bit,
And on top of that, there are a lot of scenes, especially when like the dogs or the people are changing, where it will like have a shot of them like doing that like twitching, it'll cut to like either someone's reaction or something else, and then cut back to that person, and it's like all fucked up and shit.
It's very violent and unnatural.
It creates this really uncanny feeling, and I think adds to that. God, this movie's tense as fuck.
Yeah.
Yes.
What about you, Luke?
Saw this when I was a wee lad, like Dana said. Same. When I saw it when I was really little, first time I saw clips of it. It was the defibrillator scene. It was the creature hanging from like the air ducts.
Oh, that was.
And I ran out of the room.
Fuck.
And it shocked me, so I didn't watch it for a long time until about 5 years ago. I watched it again.
Oh.
And fell in love with it. And like you were saying, the other like is big inspiration for me and
Yeah.
creatively.
Yeah, if nobody knows, Luke here is a big-time artist.
I would say big time.
He's a fantastic artist.
Yeah.
Stop selling yourself short there, Lucas.
Like-
You're amazing, god damn it.
The dude literally like comes out of nowhere. I mean, you've been doing art for a while though, but like you kind of popped up on the field a year ago, really into like the hue and like to the eye of everybody, and then suddenly you just like blow up, and you like done so many good things. Anyway, we'll talk about you later.
We'll talk about the thing.
Well, no. I just want to say, like, I didn't even know about you until Cody showed me your Blade Runner piece, and I was like, fuck, I gotta follow him now, and now I love everything you post. So there's that.
But like I said, when I saw it, it changed how I saw things. Like,
Yeah.
And it blew everything what I knew about movies and like cosmic universe and horror. And
Yeah.
stuff like that. It was life changing almost. It's one of my favorite movies. I've seen it maybe a dozen times now.
This is probably my third time watching it, and that's sad because I really do enjoy this movie. The first time I watched it with my dad because for some reason my dad made me watch it. I don't know why, because it's a classic, obviously, so it makes sense.
Winslow, you gotta learn sometime what happens to the human body at a certain age.
Like
What the fuck?
like
It's a metaphor for puberty. That's what the whole movie was about.
Oh,
You're afraid of your
fuck.
changing body.
fuck me, I want to turn into a spider dog monster.
Actually, the more you think about it, there was a bunch of. I wonder if there's something to that. I gotta think on this real quick. A bunch of men in a hideout in Antarctica,
Pent up.
Hot, sweaty,
and
wet.
then they just blow up into monsters.
Well, I mean, you think about that, and we'll get to that
All right, I'll
at
get
the
there.
end.
So you're telling me there's a slash fic of this movie out there somewhere?
Stop it.
Sexuality and the thing.
Jonathan just did the tongue
Did that
flicking.
come,
Oh
did
my
that come
God.
through his licking motion into
Just do it again. I think it did.
Turn that bitch up and do it. Hold on, turn that bitch up. All right, Jonathan.
Go.
No, you gotta really like get this alive.
I can't.
I can hear it over here. If the mic can't pick it up, then you need new mics. I'm sorry.
But anyway, yeah, and watching it, I was terrified. And I mean, even now, like, it never made any sense to me why, like, originally critics, it was negatively reviewed, because to me, it just, like, even though as a kid, I didn't have any idea of this stuff, it just, to me, seemed very, like, it seemed like a gem. And like I was talking about before the podcast, like, at the time, all I was drawing was, like, you know, Pokemon, Digimon, Ben 10 aliens, stuff like that. And it never just occurred to me, like, maybe I can have like a shift essentially where like what I draw now is like, it can be like a little terrifying. There can be gore, and even now, like, a lot of my art has been influenced because of the thing, like, because the way it distorts the human bodies and stuff, like, that just to me is always, I don't know why, it's always fascinated
Break
me.
all the rules.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like now, like when I draw like certain monsters like that, I do the same thing. I just try to distort the body or distort things because it's just so otherworldly. It's so insane to think like something would like knowingly, like, the process of mutilating a human or an entity to like to imitate it, but also to like horrify is just insane. Like, and we know that like when it imitates, that's the process right there. It's like it like mutating and stuff, but we don't know if it does that because it solely wants to terrify people or whoever it's trying to assimilate. And that's why I love about the thing.
No, also like it's terrifying movie, but like Jonathan was saying, there's maybe 2 jump scares in it, and there's no music like sting for it, like boom.
Yeah, there. Yeah,
I was waiting for the defibrillator scene. I was like, I'm glad 4 of you have not seen this. We're about to have some fun.
Yeah, no, I didn't expect everybody to jump at the blood scene, but I ended up jumping too, even though I knew it was gonna happen.
I yelled.
Yeah,
I mean, it's so well timed, and it was just because
like,
and you think it would happen later, and it's like because they were talking about someone else when it happened, and it was just like fuck.
It was literally just spontaneous, and it was the one person you didn't think it would be. It was Palmer, and it's like, and he's literally been the guy talking the entire time, and it's like shit.
Well, there was a bit of foreshadowing because right at the beginning, the dog walks into his room.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And plus, there's a really quick one, like when the guy on the table after the defibrillator, that tummy mouth eats the doctor's hands, and the head splits off and scuttles away, or splitting off. If you notice, Palmer. He doesn't really react. Everybody else is like, whoa, what the fuck? And he's the only one that doesn't react. So that's a little bitty hint right there.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I never caught that.
I did find something. It was a random dude on an RPG forum from 2009 that was saying that, yes, to him, it is a gay panic movie from 1990.
Fuck.
I mean, you could easily read it as that.
Yeah, I mean, he literally said the same things. He was just like, yeah, they're a bunch of men, claustrophobic, and suddenly they catch the thing. And there's also the blood and the blood aspects. I mean, I don't necessarily know the exact dates that the gay panic, HIV panic happened. I know it was in the 80s. I thought it was the late 80s. But at the same time,
I couldn't say
there
for
was
sure.
there was the sharing of blood as well. It's very interesting how, and also that's another part that plays into the fear, sharing blood with other people and things like that.
Yeah,
Coming into contact with the blood, because like blood is like it carries contagion,
Right.
and it's always something that's like a biohazard. Like you always feel like it's dangerous to like openly touch blood.
Right, and then you have also the fact that what was it? I forgot what I was going to say completely. Good God.
Okay.
Okay, thank
That
you.
went instantly.
My brains went literally out. Oh God! Ooh, there it goes. Let me think.
Jesus Christ.
Y'all keep talking.
But fun fact, I think I might have said, I don't know, I can't remember actually if I said this, I'm sorry, but $200,000 of their budget went to just creature effects, which is like just to that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then they actually ended up going over their budget. They actually went to $15 million because they needed another $250,000 for the scene with underground with Knowles going to investigate what happened to
Blair.
Blair, yeah.
Or
No,
the other guy.
Gary.
Yes, I
Gary.
think.
He went to go investigate what happened to Gary. Just that scene right there cost $250,000. And then they actually ended up reusing the destroyed American camp for the destroyed Norwegian camp.
Yeah, because I was thinking it looks exactly the same, the layout of the buildings.
Yeah, which they actually saved $250,000 for that. So they actually saved a lot of money, but then they also spent a lot of money as well.
I can't believe they cheaped out and only used one helicopter.
That's fucked.
Fuck, man, can't believe it. But yeah, the music also like was done by Ennio Morricone.
Oh, I've heard it pronounced Morricone or Morricone.
Yeah, which is like John Carpenter and is like, and that the synthesizers are just obviously like a staple for his movies and very like very good at building tension with his music.
Yeah,
in there.
And this is such a departure from Morricone's usual soundtrack because he's more of a classical type of composer, and most notably known for the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly soundtrack. The wah 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 wah.
And I think it was that one scene when they were investigating the Norwegian camp, and they find the block of ice. Mm-hmm. Just that little that music building up right there. I love that very much. But
oh yeah, where it gets like really high pitched.
Yeah.
The fucking soundtrack to this movie
is very good. And then I think you said there was a unused track for the movie that was used for the Hateful Eight.
Yeah, what it was it was an unused track. It was on like the actual like CD or vinyl back in the day if you would buy it, and it's called Bestiality. And Tarantino took that and used it for the Hateful Eight. And also Morricone does the soundtrack to that movie as well.
Which makes sense.
And
Also Kurt Russell's in it.
And locked in a building with a lot of snow outside.
Oh,
Is the Hateful Eight
And The Thing, same universe.
an analogy for the gay panic? I don't know. I've never seen Hateful Eight.
Cody, did you ever figure out what you were gonna say?
No, I fucking it's gone. It's fucking gone. I usually remember by now, but nope, I don't remember anything.
Well, let's go into. We've kind of mentioned it before, but what does everybody think the Thing represents?
I told you.
Because I know we've heard us, but what about
some of the
other people here? What about you, Colt? Putting you on the spot right now.
God damn it! Why am I always number one?
No, anybody can go.
Okay.
You want to say something, Pat?
Well, I do have something to say, but it's not about what the thing is.
Well, go ahead.
Well, something I wanted to bring up, just if you want to looking more to the thing and just sort of stay into that mindset. Something I would recommend reading is a short story by Peter Watts called "The Things," and it's a retelling of the movie, but it's from the Thing's perspective.
Oh,
And it's a complete shift in narrative because you see the Thing's thought process shift throughout the course of the movie. It has a very sort of simple statement structure, and then as it starts assimilating more and more people, it starts becoming more and more
intelligent,
or at least more articulate in its thoughts. Because apparently, at least in this interpretation, that it's a creature of a hive mind. It's every part of it is thinking conscious, but it's all kind of existing together at the same time. And that's why it has such a visceral reaction to all the characters in the movie, because it kind of thinks that humans are it's just, there's one mind kind of flowing freely between just living, unliving bodies, living but unliving. And that's why it has a visceral reaction throughout the movie, because one of the big ambiguities of the movie that this short story touches on is that we don't know exactly what the Thing's purpose is. Is it deliberately attacking its people? Is it trying to destroy, or is it just acting out of self-preservation?
Yeah, because the ship that crashes, we don't even know if that was its actual ship. It could have completely destroyed the inhabitants on that ship and attempted to escape, but gets frozen. So
because the ship, when it was coming in, it was all wibbly wobbly. And then again, it could have just be because they were about to crash. But I like the thought that the monster was not the people transporting.
That's what I think, because that may make it more interesting, because not only is it is it more alien, but it's possibly beyond that.
And it just adds to the fucking horror of it.
Yeah.
It's it took out this advanced species 10,000 years ago or something.
Yeah.
They said that it might possibly be.
Yeah, that was
100,000 years.
100. Yeah, the
yeah.
ship was 100,000 years old, so it could have killed whoever's on board and was I need to assimilate more, but got frozen.
Or here's a theory: they come from a faraway planet, and they were trying to get it off their planet. And say we're going on a suicide mission ourselves. We're gonna bring it to this one planet so we can save everyone back home.
But it crashes.
Yeah, they're on a suicide mission. They're bringing it to a different planet, so it's not on theirs.
He's saying the people on that ship are they're sacrificing themselves to stop the Thing.
Yeah, but
the true prequel.
But the thing is the ship was malfunctioning. If it was malfunctioning, then that's not a kamikaze doesn't purposely damage their plane so that it can bomb it. Just bomb straight.
Well, you could still have someone doing Wilford Brimley and smashing up the plane up there.
What I'm thinking is that's what they were doing. God damn it! That's what
we are building a whole we're building a whole fanfic right now.
Pretty much.
This movie.
But actually, the movie itself is actually based on the writings of John A. Campbell. He wrote a book called "Who Goes There," or John W. Campbell Jr. My bad. Who Goes There, which is just the movie being the visual version of that, which is pretty cool.
Cody has a thought.
Yeah, I was thinking about the assimilation thing, and early in the very beginning of the movie, when you had the helicopter dude running down those dog, I said that the dog represents the humans and the helicopter represents the thing. And so now I'm thinking about like how the assimilation aspect of it kind of applies to humans, and how I don't know. Like, I'm thinking modern day and how we kind of spread in a way.
Oh yeah, I mean we are kind of like the thing in that
We force assimilation.
Yeah.
Like, in order. I mean, I don't know if that's like a. I don't know how ingrained it is into us for other people to be like us, but we really like it when other people are like us.
Oh yeah, I mean
We
that's
love an echo chamber.
yeah. I mean that's why you have a lot of insensitive or
terrible people,
or just ignorant people who are like you have to think the way I do, you have to believe what I believe, and you have to speak the way I speak. And like I mean, like for a lot of people, like I mean that's how they get by, and that's how like that's how that makes them feel comfortable, is being in that bubble. And it's like, and like I don't know, if you applied that to the thing, then it's like I guess then we should all like violently rip each other apart.
Okay.
Like, shove your hand into someone's face.
Yeah.
I'll suck your head good. That's.
Whoa!
I was thinking of the scene where the guy gets sucked.
He doesn't get sucked, he gets bitten.
But he's not dead. He just got sucked. I'm telling you, he was not
He got
mutated.
bit. That's not sucking, that's biting.
He got sucked.
That's what do you sucking doesn't involve.
All he did in the end, he was just covered in
The
slobber.
fanfic is over, guys.
This isn't fair.
Oh no!
So wait a minute. Are you telling me when a dog bites somebody that's sucking?
No, that's biting.
This is
This
biting.
thing isn't a dog.
Venus flytrapped him.
That's biting.
Yeah.
Suck.
Whatever. Fuck off.
Are we really getting into the semantics?
We're all missing the point here. Okay, this is what the thing was. Okay.
Technically, chewing is sucking.
Yes.
But that wasn't. That was.
Go chew a dick.
Anyways, one thing that was. Oh, sorry, Cam. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say this is what the thing is. This is what it really is. It's about an alien with ugly duckling syndrome, and it flies to Earth until it finds its perfect host, which is Michael Chiklis, who played the Thing in the Fantastic Four movies.
Oh God.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. Well, one of the
I win. Fuck all of you.
One of the things I keep thinking about is how its influence on shows and movies in the future. Like, we're watching in retrospect, right? We're watching to the past. So when you look into the past at this, there's a lot of things that come after that we've all seen. I just sort of like, this has been the progenitor of so many different things, but there was like, what is it, Cronenberg? Like, this is,
a body horror.
Yeah.
body horror. And one of the things that stood out to me was when the dog's head explodes.
Yeah.
Oh,
And the
that was
bones
so
just
cool.
fall out.
That's the fucking Demogorgon, right? So
Yeah.
that's exactly what it is it's the Demogorgon. So you see those kind of reflect those like things kind of pass on that horror, that trap. I mean, like, think of any movie or video game where you're stuck on a spaceship.
I mean, I was gonna say Dead Space because literally
Dead Space.
the enemies in there are necromorphs and they're all
Yeah.
mutated human bodies.
So, Dead Space, you have that movie Sunshine, which I really love, where they're on a ship headed towards the sun and some crazy shit goes down.
What the fuck?
I know what you're talking about.
Why did you just remember that movie?
I love that movie. That movie's fantastic.
Oh, I never heard of that.
Me neither.
Oh, we need to get together and watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I've never heard of
It
this
came out
fucking
about
movie.
10 years ago.
Movie
Oh my
night!
gosh. Yeah, they're on a ship. I won't spoil it, but it's great. It's a really good movie. There's a confinement aspect to it, of an entrapment aspect to it, where you're just stuck. It's a huge fear, like that fear of claustrophobia becomes. I mean, this movie was claustrophobic.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The tight corridors, the constantly having to be around other people, the constant like butting heads. It was a very claustrophobic. God, this movie's. The more I think about it, it's complex and has like it's literally building in as many isolation.
Yeah, because
claustrophobia.
yeah, like paranoia. Yeah, for sure.
And just all like especially the editing of this movie. I loved how its use of fade outs and fade back ins, where like it would fade out and then it would fade back into a different sequence, and everyone was much more tense than the last, and it was such an awesome way to mark the progression of how far these characters have gone. Where like by the end of it, what's his name, McCrary, he literally just shoots a guy, and only like one person kind of raises McCready, Kurt fucking Russell,
Macready. I mean, I was with Cody. I thought it was Macready too for like when I was a kid. I was like,
What's his MC ready? Yeah,
And it says MAC ready.
MAC
Macready.
Yeah, which they call him Mac. So
Can I get a large Macready, please?
okay.
Oh, I'm hungry again.
I want him. God damn it! Now I really want McRibs. I'm so mad at you right now, John.
Well, fuck you too.
But yeah, and something with like Antarctica, like even like I mean it's barren wasteland, and like again with that isolationism, but also like the claustrophobia. It's like, you know, they might have like so much open space, but I mean they're literally stuck. Like they won't like they're literally closed in, and that's pretty terrifying too. And something I was gonna say about the editing. But oh yeah, like the camera work, like the panning, I thought that was very very nice. And
are you talking about like those POV shots from the Thing's perspective?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was so fucking terrifying.
Oh man. Speaking. Oh, sorry. I'm jumping around, but going back to what Cody was talking about, influences Resident Evil.
Oh hell yes.
Yeah. Like
yeah. Especially with Resident Evil 5 with the Ouroboros. And the way the heads would flick around with the blades and the dogs. And
I was thinking the dogs, yeah, because like the way like their heads split open, like, yeah, doggies.
And just how like all the creatures in those games like mutate and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And it's such a shame that like in its time that it wasn't seen as the gem as it was. But I think, like I joked earlier, it's like what was going on in the early 80s? Oh, it was fucking Reagan. But like people were riding high off that, you know, pro-America high, the economy's doing well. You know, they don't really want to see this nihilistic story where...
I mean, it's just really hard to believe because like that was like the era of horror movie. Like that was part of the boom of horror movies.
And like,
about.
And like, yeah, it's really weird, but I could see why, because like, it came out during the summer of E.T. and it's like nobody.
Like, I think it was like a couple weeks apart, and you have this movie where it's a happy-go-lucky alien. We gotta get it back to space.
And then you have this movie where it's like it's an alien that wants to kill and destroy and assimilate everything, and nobody's gonna live.
Yeah, it's like no one, and that was like I read a few of the reviews of the back in the 80s, and that was biggest complaint with a lot of this movie was it's nihilistic. It's morally objectionable, things like that.
Which though that kind of like review, like a review like that is really funny to me because like those aren't really things like to really like, you know, like the merit of a movie is like, you know, overall like production and like overall stuff, like those are like themes, and like themes don't like unless it's like, you know, problematic, which at the time I guess they thought that was problematic, but that
well not really. I mean,
the great enemy didn't die. We don't know if the great enemy died. Like it leaves it open at the very end.
Oh yeah,
like
because I mean Childs went missing, and
for basically the climax of the movie, and then comes back and it's like,
let's just sit and see what happens.
We'll find out.
And like, and the thing is too, we never find out, and like the thing was trying to freeze itself again. So like we don't know, like Childs could, or even McCready could have been because that portion after he destroys it and then him getting away, like we didn't see like what happened between that. Like there still could have been a fragment that could have infected him. You know, we don't know. So like at the end, it's like it's very open.
And plus, there's several people that kind of assimilate over the course of the movie that we never see them when they get turned. So like I guess the guy who got had the heart attack and became Tommy Mouth. We don't know when Blair got turned.
Yeah.
And if we the people, so like there's still plenty of unsolved questions, and that's something that's still I guess a thing people harp about today is they're very 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 frustrated when things aren't completely planed out. Whenever there's ambiguity, there's like something to think about at the end of the movie. And I'm sure them ending on such a indecisive note, that probably rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, and probably would today still.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, but I mean, this was even coming from like professional critics at the time, and I don't know what the state of professional movie criticism was in the 1980s. But,
yeah.
but I mean, granted, they also this was also probably the same group of people who thought The Empire Strikes Back sucks.
Maybe. Now I did read that it was the score and the special effects were praised. It was just as I told everybody after is that there wasn't they were frustrated also with like no proper characterization. There was nothing really like holding anybody to the characters, I guess, and like it was weird
because like the characters themselves were the only one that really had. I mean, but you had the. I mean, none of the characters truly had like they seemed like regular people.
Yeah,
they seemed like regular people hanging out and fucking getting murdered. Like that's what it seemed like, except for
McCready. Which I mean, he just seemed like a helicopter pilot.
He's like, I'm paranoid.
Yeah, like I'm a badass. I'm gonna raise the fire alarm and get the shotgun.
We also don't know what happened in his hut with the light on.
We don't know we don't know what happened with that too, and we don't know who sabotaged the blood
and his jacket.
Yeah.
And the fact that blood that dropped on the floor and ran away.
Yep. And also, something I forget about too was the Blair was just building a fucking spaceship.
Yeah. Completely forgot about that part.
Yep.
Which that kind of leads credence to the fact that this thing is just trying to fucking get away. It's scared. Which I think that's the other thing too is that like kind of like with the wolf at the beginning, the wolf was just running fucking terrified from someone shooting at it, and so that kind of gives you a hint that the thing. I don't know if it was necessary. I don't think it was bad. It was just doing what it knew to do and was getting the fuck out of there as fast as possible.
A question. At the beginning of the movie, who was the dog licking? Was it licking McCready?
No, it was licking.
It was Clark.
Okay.
The that's the dog handler guy, right?
No, it was licking. What's his name? The guy redhead who got shot.
Bald guy, right?
Bald guy. No, sort of bald. He's balding. He was redhead.
Bennings?
Okay. Bennings. It was licking Bennings.
Okay. I was thinking that could have been a good time.
No, because Bennings didn't turn until later.
Yeah.
He had turned by being consumed.
Yeah, because the thing, one of the bodies that was like that wasn't completely destroyed, it thawed out and took him. Which that scene right there, like that's still easily like one of my favorite scenes because of the sound it makes. Like as soon as it opens his mouth and like his hands, because like it seems like in that moment like Bennings might still be Bennings, but he's not. But in a way, he's like horrified as what he's becoming. Like we don't know like if he's aware that he is the thing or if like this is the thing. You know, like you said, being an animal. Like because in a way, it's kind of like an animal.
I mean, it constantly trying to run away.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you want to do is run away.
But also that could.
But it also does stalk.
It does stalk.
People.
It does stalk too, which that could also be a part of like.
It could be hiding.
Like I mean, like Pat said, it might be a hive mind, or it might be in some way have some intelligence, and part of that intelligence is just to assimilate, just to consume. I mean, which that's us. I mean, we consume, we shit.
It was like a chess match, like in the beginning, he was playing Wizard's chess. Like the thing could have multiple people. That's the thing, and he's just moving pieces, moving people around.
Yeah.
Until they're alone with somebody else.
Checkmate.
Cheating bitch.
Have a drink, bitch.
Oh my god, that's literally that's a callback.
Hold on, the checkmate thing. You may be onto something because like at the end, the two headbutting people were right there. Checkmate.
Ooh.
Yeah.
1v1.
I don't even know how to play chess.
I don't either. Don't feel bad. I never got it.
I played chess with checker rules.
Yeah.
I attempted to have somebody tell me how to play chess, but
it's a lot of shit to remember.
It's a lot of shit to remember.
It is.
Horsey has same abilities as Spiky.
What the fuck? Okay.
Playing chess with checkers rules.
It was such a great scene of like the dog just watching the helicopter, trying to figure out how it works. Like, how do I get out of here? And just watching them.
Yeah.
I will say, like,
see, you've watched it 12 times, and you've noticed. I was not noticing any of this, but now I'm thinking about it. Sorry, Pat.
oh, I was thinking just like go back to the dog at the beginning of the movie, like how, like even though we know it's an animal, this is just a regular husky dog, but like you think like animal acting, like the way it kind of it kind of peered around the corner of the hall and walked in. It starts going around the rooms, and then when they catch the dog and put it in the kennel, like it just walks in there, quiet, sits down, doesn't like wag its tail or like
Doesn't even acknowledge the other dog.
It just sits
Sits.
there. It's like give that dog an Oscar.
Yeah, I joked during the movie where it's like in the Oscar for best dog acting goes to, because like you were saying, that scene in the kennel where he's just kind of inching its way and this kind of almost it feels very unnatural.
Yeah, like the way it peers around the corner.
I was about
going
to say,
the kennel, that was like, I was like, what the fuck?
literally when it peeks through the fucking door to look, I was like, fuck me, that is creepy as fuck. Somebody stop that thing.
It just feels like the dog was conscious, like a.
I mean, it was the thing.
Yeah, but like that's what I'm saying is just like no, but like looking at like that dog, we need to go check out that dog.
No, that dog's that dog's a person.
It's like, oh, he's still alive. Uh-oh.
One part that I think was like, there are definitely some intentionally funny funny moments, but I think a part that like might have not have been intentional, but also felt to me was intentional, was when they were burning the tummy thing's body, and the fucking head was like just crawling.
Yes.
And it was like, oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. That is a very good alien bit right there.
Yeah, and it has like the all real monsters type of thing on its head.
Yeah, and it literally like opens his mouth like, ah.
Boo boo.
Where like the head drips off the body and then morphs into like the crab. Like that's like I can't even think how that shot was done.
Oh man,
Reverse.
Whoa!
Reverse shot.
Oh, that's crazy.
They pulled the legs into the head instead of pushing them out.
Oh.
And then like had like a little rotary in it, so like the legs moved, they like dragged it across the floor.
I love that.
Fuck.
God, all those green tendies on the neck ripping. Woo!
Yeah, dude.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like the part with the when the dog thing starts spraying the acid on the other dog. I'm still like, fuck, that's so that's so disgusting. But like something when the Demigorgon part, when Cody brought that up, I wasn't thinking about the part when the dog ripped its head open. I was thinking the part when the dog got it extra arms and like pulled itself up, and then when Childs got in there to burn it, it opened up its body, and then another like mouth opened. That's what reminded me of the Demigorgon with all those
Did you see
teeth.
what that was made out of?
No.
Dog tongues.
Oh, what? Fuck! I never noticed that. Fuck me.
That flower thing that opens up.
Huh. It makes you wonder it makes you kind of wonder what the creature's actual form is, because they even hint at the beginning. They're like, if we would have let it go for a little bit longer, and it's like, what the fuck? What do you mean by that? So like it would have metamorphosized into whatever it's supposed to be. But if you think about it, if you compare it to like you see the flower like things, the tentacles, those are in the weird little fucking claw things that he grips up to the ceiling with. Those aren't natural. Those aren't things that we see like in the world.
Had like really abnormal big eyes on it too.
Yeah, so it makes you think of like, what the fuck was this thing transforming into? Like, I want to see its final form.
Well, whenever it was getting the dogs, it wasn't transforming into a monster. It was trying to assimilate and become the other dogs. And part of that process is to literally rip them apart and grotesquely
Digest them.
Yeah.
When it was in the kennel scene, I was confused because it looked like it was trying to go after the smartest dog. Because it went after the dog that was escaping.
That was biting the fence.
Yeah, I mean, it killed it.
Is that a thing where it, like, when it assimilates with it, does...
It chooses, like, the smartest ones
Yeah.
first.
That's why I was thinking why he was trying to keep McCready alive, because he was a pilot.
Yeah.
So
It was trying to keep him so it could understand how to fly a fucking helicopter. just imagine though if that fucking thing was still a husky and it was like, I'm not going to choose Kurt Russell's form. I'm going to be a husky and fly a helicopter.
Hell yeah.
10 out of 10.
It knows how to fly a helicopter, but it can't do it as a dog, so it just immediately crashes and dies.
Well, I was thinking, what if it still has a dog, but like at the end of its paws it grows hands. It's just human Kurt Russell's hands.
What was the name of the guy that they locked in that shed again? Cray? What was it?
Hey, Blair.
Blair?
Yeah.
Blair. All right. This is what really fucks me up, because you don't know exactly when he gets turned, right? And like that theory about him keeping Kurt Russell around so he can learn how to fly a helicopter. He fucks up the helicopter.
That was when that was like.
That was when Blair was not the thing, but he was trying to keep everybody there.
I think I understand the news.
Or
now.
he might have been. Who knows?
That's the thing. Like
he was
went
gonna
to go
might
kill
have-
himself.
He
but-
was gonna kill himself,
but
but
the thing took over.
yep. That's
Yeah.
it.
And that's why the noose was there.
And that's why it was never used.
Well, the scene is like just sitting there staring at it. I was like, I'm fine. There's a noose hanging in front of
I
me.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure you are.
Did you hear me? I want to come in now.
you gotta let me out of here. I'm almost out of SpaghettiOs.
Like Kurt Russell's like, oh fuck, we gotta get him out of there.
Chef Boyardee is running low.
He just was just fucking McCready throwing fucking raviolis in there. Just raw raviolis.
Turns out the thing loves to eat raw pasta.
I think I'm Italian.
Ah, fuck this. Burn him up.
It's like Italian, like that fucking alien me.
But coming back to Cult, I asked you a question.
What was it?
You haven't been what do you think the thing represents?
Fuck! I wasn't thinking about that.
That was the whole point of us not talking about it for.
Yeah, that's right. Fucking racists. Assimilate with me, please. I don't like you. You're different. Fuck, I don't know. I'm on the spot again. I wasn't thinking about it at all.
That's fine. No,
Do you know what movie that I keep thinking about too? Fucking the movie that came out 2 years ago. No, it came out last year actually.
Annihilation.
Annihilation.
Yeah, I mean,
Definitely.
Annihilation is a cosmic horror as well.
I mean, sure, it's a cosmic horror, but I'm talking. It's the body mutilation. It's the. Has anybody seen?
I have not seen it.
Well, no spoils. But anyways, there's a part in the movie that you're like, that harkens back to this, and you're just like, oh my god.
The book is very good as well. But the book and the movie are very different, but either are just as good. Even the author Vandermeer, who wrote Annihilation, saw the movie and was like, it's great. And I agree, it's very good.
Fuck yeah. You need to see Annihilation if you haven't.
The scary of Annihilation calls back to this. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Was that what your tattoo's about?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You told me about
Oh,
that.
really? What tattoo? That one?
No,
Oh, fuck yeah.
That's sick.
Maybe say what your tattoo is that represents Annihilation.
it's the very sad bear.
That's it. That's all you need to
It's
say.
a very sad bear.
It's a very beautiful tattoo as well.
It's
I
very
forgot.
pretty.
He does have the fucking Renegon. The bear has the Renegon from Naruto. I'm sorry. There's our local Naruto reference for the episode. There's
Fuck.
gotta be one in every episode.
But going back to Annihilation, also the book is a trilogy, which is really neat. But I mean, part of that cosmic horror genre is again having the unimaginable and imagining it, and it's like really tough. But also like I feel like definitely body horror is part of that. Has anybody ever seen the movie The Void?
I have somebody who keeps telling me I need to watch that movie.
It is a very fun practical effects movie that kind of like harkens to that, and like it also has that homage to body horror in it as well. I recommend anybody going to check it out. It's very good. But I think, does anybody have any final thoughts about The Thing?
I have a couple interesting things I found out about the movie.
A couple?
Even though
I'm just kidding. I don't know if I could trust any of you motherfuckers.
We're really tired.
yeah, fuck you two.
We're out of spaghetti. We're out of SpaghettiOs.
Okay,
I suck at chess.
We all need to draw blood right now.
Whose dirty drawers are in my kitchen?
What the fuck?
You said get bled.
Why did
Oh my god, there are legit bite marks on you right now.
Fuck.
I commit to the bit.
You commit to the bite.
Woo! Fist bump. Ooh. Yeah, all right, just fucking fist bump to squash.
That works.
Squash bumps.
We have squash on the table.
Butternuts.
What kind of squash? Okay, all right. I need
God
everybody to name each of these squash. Colt, go.
Acorn, butter, spaghetti.
I didn't realize he would actually get that. He got them all right.
He wins.
Okay, Pat, what are you gonna say?
Bud nut.
Wow.
The two things I found out, even though we talked about how it was more or less a failure this movie was in America.
Shocking.
It was a huge hit in Mexico.
Oh, really?
What?
And
Okay.
it actually inspired probably one of my favorite directors, Guillermo del Toro.
I could see that.
Yeah,
the
for sure.
practical effects, especially.
Yeah, I
And
love
also,
you.
This movie is definitely it had a cult classic, which kind of propelled it into like mainstream consciousnness. But it's funny enough, where it kind of caught on first, or where it caught on really, was at Antarctic bases. Because it's still a tradition now that the last group out of any Antarctic base, especially with like the UK branch, they watch this movie.
Are they psychopaths? I'd be scared to death if I had.
It's a tradition they've done for years. Like the last group that would be leaving the Antarctic basin, especially with the UK branch, they always watch this movie before they leave.
Fuck.
That's
Wow.
That is awesome.
That's like before you, like in South Korea, before you go to Busan, you by train you have to watch Busan, which we did, by the way.
Oh, really?
It was we were like, ooh, because like South Korea is such a small country, and there's literally they literally use everything. Like they use the actual space.
Yeah.
So you just walk through, you're like, yeah, that was in the movie, and this was in the movie, and this was in the movie. Yeah, it's actually really fun.
All right. Anybody else have any final thoughts? Squash thoughts?
I don't know. He's just superlative all around. It's fucking great.
Well, would everybody say this movie is a essential viewing?
For sure.
Yeah.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Because, like, you watch some classic or some movies that are considered like classics, especially in horror, and you watch it, it's like, oh, that was kind of dumb. Like probably the original Thing from Outer Space. Yeah, that's probably fucking stupid. But yeah, this movie still holds up. It's tense as fuck. Like, I was just, even like all the technical aspects, I was just kind of blown away with. And the more we talked about it, the more I'm like, fuck, this movie's good.
Yeah.
I love it.
The more I think about it, yeah, I put it originally 4 stars because I guess my expectations for it were kind of high, and I didn't come out scared. I came out jump scared, and it didn't like. Didn't have a visceral reaction, but the more I think about it, the more I think about sort of the complexity of it, and sort of like the complexity of fear, especially that John Carpenter really built into this movie. This boy's about pumping up to a 4.5.
Yeah, no,
Ooh.
like fear doesn't have to just be like seeing, insane, terrifying monsters. It can just literally be being afraid of the people around you and
Death.
well, and not being able to trust the people around you, and also possibly not being yourself and not trusting your own identity and who you are. And I think that's what makes the Thing terrifying. And because the thing represents literally anything. It can literally be whatever you want it to be. And that's why I think the beauty of the Thing is like, even though we see these horrifying, disfigured people, animals, it's like the Thing is anything, and you can chalk it up to being whatever you want it to mean. And I think that's cool, and that's why I love the Thing so much. And like to this day, it's still just so fucking fantastic, and I highly recommend it, especially if you're into cosmic horror, if you're into blood, if you're into
If you're into blood, I
no,
guess.
if you're into body horror and science fiction and just horror in general, it's a must. It's definitely a must. But
Those windows look delicious. They're made out of sugar, and I wanted to eat them.
yeah, that's true.
Fuck.
Oh, and the fucking blood was strawberry
strawberry
syrup. Yeah.
If you like strawberry syrup, it's a must-watch.
I mean, those walls were made of fucking.
If you're a fan of balsa wood, you will love this movie.
Yeah, like when they set that one guy on fire when they do the drug test,
And he
just
fucking
straight
went
up-
through
It looks like one of those little poster boards the football players run through at like high school football games.
Oh, you know what? The green stuff that was coming out of the dude's head when the head was detaching, that's the Nickelodeon slime.
Oh, Nick.
Delicious.
I was gonna say antifreeze because it tastes sweet.
What?
Could you, when you looked at it, could you taste it?
I can taste
Pat looked very nervous.
Pat's the thing; he can taste images.
Well, you do eat with your eyes, so
I just threw my pencil.
I don't think that's the thing.
you always eat with your eyes first.
I've seen a guy eat
It's a
someone
thing.
with their eyes, and it's nasty.
I gotta Google this.
Okay, well, anyway, thank you to anybody and everybody who has listened to this episode.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Colt. I really, really appreciate it. Next month, our central viewing, who knows? You'll find out, maybe. But if you haven't already, check us out on Twitter at AYCH Podcast. Follow us on there. We post stuff. Who knows what stuff? We'll be posting links and everything to this. If you haven't already checked out our first essential viewing, Pulp Fiction, that was really fun. I think that was very good. Especially Jonathan did a great job leading that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I tried to air clap with one hand.
Oh, thank you, Pat. You can check us out on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Overcast. We're all you can hear. When is this releasing? Do we know?
Wednesday, October 30th.
October 30th. Okay, I don't remember what episodes we'll have out by then, but we'll have some fun Spooktober, spooky, horror, scary episodes out. So
You'll
check those
shit
out.
your pants.
Yeah, fuck.
Big dookie. Big splat.
But yeah. Check that out. Check us out on Instagram .com/all you can hear. Right, Pat? You run the Instagram. I'm just kidding. I don't remember what it's called, but yeah, check that out. You can check us on Twitch, twitch.tv/all you can hear. You can check out our VODs for our Twitch streams on youtube.com/all you can hear as well. I'm sorry. I have not practiced for this. Check that out. Don't shake your head at me, Pat. Don't laugh at my torment. But yeah, you can do that, and you can follow me on Twitter at WinsyWiki. You can follow my art Instagram at World of Winsy. I think I might be doing a piece for this. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah.
First off, let's give a round of applause for Wenzel.
Thank you. I tried.
Cole doesn't know how to clap normally.
No, that was burst fire.
My name is Jonathan. You can follow me on Twitter at JohnOdenSon12. I don't really post anything on there, but
When you do, I have a laugh. I don't know why. I have a good
Every
little
time you
chuckle.
post, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should
Am I
post
following
a
you
lot.
yet? I think I need to go.
Oh, okay. Next month we will be checking out the Park Chan-wook classic Old Boy from 2003.
Oh boy!
I'm interested in this.
It's fucking great.
Lately, I've been really interested in Korean stuff, and so like Korean like movies are everyone I've ever seen is pretty damn good.
Watch
Yeah,
Taxi
and that-
Driver now. Watch Taxi Driver now.
Yeah, I've heard that movie was really
Yep.
good, and that movie that Cody was talking about, Train to Busan.
I think
I
that's
heard very good.
They say the guy who directed that has like amazing films.
South Korea, and also the new one Parasite as well.
Parasite.
Yeah, that's
very
right.
good.
South Korea is banging with some movies right now, especially horror. It's very cool. I love it.
Yep.
My name Colt. Follow me on Twitter at ColtD00. Soon the parasite will take over us all. I'm already 8.
You mean The Thing?
No.
Okay.
I'm Cannon. You can follow me on Twitter at that Cannon guy, where you can see this rad picture of my arm that is getting all the notifications in the world. And Donnie Cates even retweeted it on his page, and I'm very happy about that. Bye.
This is Patrick. Thank you all for listening. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. We can talk about movies at John Lost His Name. You can follow me on Facebook at Facebook.com/John Lost His Name. Art. Also, if you're listening to this the day it comes out, Wednesday, October 30th, you can see my art and Wenzel's art at our local charity art show, Monster Makeover 10, at our local haunted house, the Historic Drish House.
What?
You have art there too, right? Yeah, you forgot Lucas, you dick.
I was letting him plug himself. He gets to talk a lot because he's new.
Oh.
Go ahead, Luke. Tell us who you are.
I just want to say thanks for letting me come on. Like, this is a lot of fun.
No, thank you.
Yeehaw.
Thank you,
I
man.
really hope
Anytime.
I get to do this again.
Yeah.
No, get the fuck out.
But if you want to check me out, check out my work. It's at Instagram, Luke Inks. So if you want to go there,
Go
feel
there.
free.
Yeah, go there. Go there for sure.
That is Luke Inks. Luke Inks. I just want people to know. I just really
LUKEINKS. Go check it out.
go
Or
check
if
it
you
out.
want to speak for yourself, go to his actual tattoo parlor.
Yeah.
100%. Book something with him. I don't know how
Yeah.
far are your bookings right now.
2 weeks.
2. Okay. So you could get one fairly recently, and you'll do your like within a month. So seriously, if you're in Tuscaloosa, check him out if you want a tattoo.
Also, type in banter at checkout to get 20% off your next set.
No. Don't hold him to that.
Fucking Pat.
Causing chaos as usual.
Or actually, just make it a 20% tip.
Pat doesn't work for me.
My name is Cody. You can follow me at CODDOC11. That's CODDOC11. Follow me on Instagram, and why not follow me on Letterboxd. I'm also watching movies quite a bit lately, so check out my review of what was the movie we watched last weekend?
Eraserhead.
Fucking sucked.
Do not listen to him. He doesn't know what he's talking
you want to? Can I just read my review real quick? Hold on.
It's just one sentence.
It's just one sentence.
I mean, I can't stop you.
Yeah. Technically, you
Well, I mean, you technically can. You're in charge.
Oh no, my left hand's gone.
What's the name of the fucking movie again?
Eraserhead. What the fuck?
I'm trying to not remember anything of it. So I gave it a 1 star, and then proceeded to say, Lamau, I don't think I actually like Lynchy Poo. That's my review.
Recipes, man. I hope David Lynch never sees
I
that.
hope he doesn't. I'm gonna get fucking beat up in the street.
Man, I wish we could end this off with the sound bit of Benning's the thing roar.
Yeah, everybody should start to do their little.
I've got neighbors.
Fuck the neighbors.